Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another Middle Eastern fragrance review. Shout out to my boy Elijah for letting me borrow his bottle from the house of REYANE. It's Insurrection 2 Pure Parfum. Now, as you can probably tell, this is like a really cool iridescent color. I didn't realize that it was really cool like that, but I really like the bottle of it. We're not going to talk a crazy amount about the scent profile, but here's what we're going to say. It is an Aventus dupe. Now, you're going to get this pineapple smokiness, really nice fruitiness to it. It does not have a screechy opening, and I'm bringing it up because now we're going to compare it with Club de Nuit Intense Man. I no longer have the EDT, which is a lot screechier in opening, but I do have the EDP. And this is cleaner. It doesn't have that kind of dirtiness that Club de Nuit has. I love the Club de Nuit, but this I feel like has more of a fruity vibe. Again, it's got a little bit of that darkness, but not dark dirtiness. So, I mean, that's something that I definitely picked up from here. Definitely has more of a fruity vibe to it. I don't know batches. I only have one like 30 ml decant of Aventus. I never cared for it like enough to buy a full bottle, and I don't notice the difference among batches. I know you guys can be a little bit nutso when it comes to the batches. I'm not going to put any input when it comes to that because, again, I only have like one decant. I didn't even bother to buy a bottle. Truth be told, from the house of Creed, the one that I like the most is Silver Mountain Water, and I would say number 2 is probably Millesime Imperial. So Aventus wouldn't really even be up there for me. But I do think it's a nice scent profile, and I like how versatile it is. So I do keep my Club de Nuit. Now, after smelling this, I can honestly tell you that it is smoother to me. It has like more of a smoothness, more of a fruitiness. Yeah, just honestly to me, a little bit more well-rounded, a little bit more balanced. And it's gonna have that darkness, that smokiness, just balanced really well. And it doesn't have as much of a synthetic vibe, which is really interesting because it's actually, I think, cheaper than Club de Nuit Intense Man. Maybe not the EDT. Maybe around the same price of the EDT, maybe cheaper than the EDP, definitely cheaper than the limited edition because that's still in like the 60s. I think when it came out, it was a little bit more, but it's like $30-something now on fragrancebuy.ca. Let's talk about performance because I'm pretty sure that's what you guys are going to want to hear about. In terms of performance, you're going to get a full workday, probably plus a little bit. I would say between 8 and 10 hours. Well, maybe I would say between 9 and 10 hours. Projection-wise, it doesn't blast off of your skin like Club de Nuit does because Club de Nuit Intense Man is known for that. This does project well, but it isn't going to be a punch in the face. Like Club de Nuit is really strong. At least on me, it's been really strong. But I think it's more tart and I think it's more punchy. That doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, work for every occasion. So for me, this is actually the way that it's balanced in terms of the performance is better. You're going to have really good sillage, really good longevity, and the projection, again, is above average. Just doesn't compete with Club de Nuit in my opinion, but definitely there, and it's just smoother. For me, I know this is so, it's a moot point. However, I do want to bring this up. I do prefer the bottle of this one. Again, I don't know if the lighting will show you, but it's iridescent. It's a nice bottle, and it's not that big clunky square that you get from Armaf. I don't hate the clunky square. I mean, I like the bottle for sillage and milestone, even though they're fingerprint magnets. But I have the limited, or not the limited, I have the EDP for Club de Nuit Intense Man. And when I bought it, I think it was only available in 200 mils. And that is a massive square bottle. And if it falls, it's not good for your toes. So in my opinion, this is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I haven't really had any issue with the Insurrection 2 line. I have the Sport and I really like it. I wear it a lot to the gym, but a lot of times when I go on vacation, I wear it there too, just because it works really well. I like this as much. I find this to be really versatile because you could wear it year round. It has enough, in my opinion, depth. Yeah, and it's got enough of that darkness. In my opinion, still though, I would say spring and summer is what it's meant for. Day, evening, you can wear it in the day. It's not too strong. It's not gonna like offend anybody. But yeah, in my opinion, I feel like this is actually done a little bit better than Club de Nuit. That's kind of why I wanted to review it. Compliments, you're gonna get compliments. I mean, honestly, it's gonna be in the same realm as Club de Nuit. You might get more with Club de Nuit because it does project more, and when people notice things, they tend to be positive about them most of the time. In my opinion, though, this is more appropriate if you wanted to wear something to work. Club de Nuit is tough to wear to work because people will comment on it, and it's not always going to be good. But this you could wear, you know, daytime, evening time, date night, even if a first date, because you want to be a little bit more sensitive because you don't know what people's tastes are. You could dress it up or dress it down. I really enjoy the versatility of this. I find it to be more versatile than Club de Nuit Intense Man. Again, for the most part, it's because that one projects quite a bit and you can't wear it to as many places because that, I think, is a very versatile fragrance in terms of the scent DNA, but it's a little bit too strong. This, again, really good sillage, good longevity, but isn't as in your face loud. So who can wear it? I think anyone can wear it. I think the Aventus DNA is really well known now, so I really don't want to talk about that too much. It's got a little bit more of that fruity sweetness, but not too much. I mean, I don't think any Aventus cologne has too much for the most part. Yeah, I think it's really easy to be worn by anyone. It does have that dark smokiness to it though. And a little bit of that patchouli is pretty present there. So I think you know your taste well enough to know if that's going to suit you. Again, really versatile. I would say for the most part, spring, summer, fall, but you could wear it in the winter if you wanted, day or night. This one is just fine in the day. I want to mention that. I don't find it to be cloying. Actually, my favorite time smelling it was when I was walking outside and there was a nice little brisk wind. It smelled so good. Compliments, the DNA gets you compliments. I mean, I guess this is specific to some people. Not everyone is super into it, but I think because it has a little bit more of that fruitiness, it's probably going to be a little bit better in the compliment department. And price-wise, it is like around $30 right now, and for me, that's really good. Again, the Insurrection 2 line by Reyane, I've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed everything that I've bought from them. They tend to be really good value. So in my opinion, I would reach for this over Club de Nuit Intense Man. Again, I'm gonna probably sell my EDP and just buy a bottle of this because I do prefer it. If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below. Let us know what you think. If you've tried this and Club de Nuit Intense Man, any iteration, comment down below, compare the two. People do read the comments, so I'm sure they appreciate you giving us your input. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video if you liked it. Be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!